Hey everyone, Empress Vibrant here. Hope everybody is bliss. So please like, share, subscribe and comment. Let me know if anything does resonate. Please take what resonates and leave what doesn't. All the information for your personal readings are in the description box below. Is there any other announcements? I will be streaming live on YouTube on the 8th of April at 7 p.m. I'll be doing a wellness and a mindfulness workshop with the Force One team in conjunction with the University of East London. So I'm looking forward to that. Please join me and I look forward to seeing you there. So anyway, without any further ado, Libra gang, let's see what's going on with you. Right, so it's April, yeah? So officially that springtime, New Year vibe. This is definitely a time where we are needing to plan, put things into action, so that for the next month or so, we're just watching the fruits and we're just watching things just manifest and come into fruition. But this April month is definitely a month of doing. So I kind of want to see what's going on with us. I am a Libra as well, so I want to see what's going on with us throughout this April. What are we focusing on? What do we need to shift out of the way so that we have the space to do the things that we need to do? Yeah, no, so let's see what go in. So let's see for Libra. Okay, so we have take the lead. Step up and lead, rather. Step up and lead. I like that. Step up and lead. New moon in Capricorn. So utilize that energy, that grounding energy of Capricorn to pick yourself up, to decide to, like it says, step up and lead. So it looks like Libra gang, we are needing to step forward and lead. It's not a time for stepping in the background. It's not about being a shrinking violet. It's not about sort of fading in the background. That's not the energy that's going on at all. And then at the bottom of the deck, we have new moon in Leo, shine. So that fire energy, shine. So when you take the lead on your ventures, on healing something, moving something out of the way, there is much for us to be happy about. There is much for us to be celebrated. So shine in this moment, Libra. It's the time. I love that. And I feel like where you've been told to step up and lead, it's almost like being forced out of the comfort zone. Because you know us Libras, once we get comfortable, it can be a minute until we kind of have that energy back again, you know, for the balance. But there's work being done and I commend you on that. I can feel that people are doing stuff. So yes, go you Libra. Let me see what's going on with this step up and lead energy. Why is step up and lead here for Libra, please? What's going on? Step up and lead. Okay, so 8 of Swords. So we definitely have to get out of our own way. Let me look. Yeah, a lot of this tongue-tied business. I feel like a lot of there is a group that are finding it hard to speak up, and it's because of all the things that's going on in the mind, the negative thoughts, the self-limiting viewpoint. It's old news. Libra, let it go. Yeah, okay, so it was dry or things didn't go the way you wanted it to go, but it's all an illusion. It's all in your mind. This is nothing that can stop you. There is nothing here that can fully take you off of your square. You are the only one who can do so. So recognize that this feeling trapped or feeling isolated, feeling as though you can't make the moves that you want to make, feeling bound, is all in the mind. She's not bound at all. It's all in the mind. There's so much going on and you're going to have to take command over that space. and manage your mind, manage the things that are going on and what you are putting in your manifestation energy. So yeah, it's self-limiting. It's nothing. You are to step up and lead, and I think if there is anybody who was feeling nervous about taking the lead on something, even myself, doing these new events and talking publicly and things like that, I'm getting more and more confident. But once upon a time, I just thought it wasn't something that I would do, you know, but that's a limited viewpoint. Okay, well, I see we are moving away from that, though. We've got this Six of Swords, where we are contemplating a lot of what's going on in our mind. There's a lot of emotions going on, and we are deciding what needs to go. We want to escape a situation that is not serving us. And for some of you, this escaping the situation is trying to moonwalk out of your divine purpose, and you can't moonwalk out of it. You can't skulk off into the background, Libra. It is time to stand up and be counted, to lead from the front, not be the background vocalist, you know, because I know all about being in the background, but this escaping, I feel like almost it's like you're escaping the fear of wanting to do this thing and to step out and lead. But you are being told to step up and lead. You've got this, yeah? And there is grounding that needs to get done. With it being the new moon in Capricorn, it's about being grounded in the things that you're aspiring to, feeling comfortable and knowing where you're starting from, so that you can give yourself some much needed TLC. But there is someone trying to moonwalk out of a situation. No, don't moonwalk out of the situation. If you need to learn more stuff, then do that. If you need to practice, then do that. But don't moonwalk out of the situation, because it's all up in your mind. Trust me, we're air signs. We're thinking about all kinds of scenarios. Yeah, you see, Two of Wands, making that decision, taking action. So yeah, so moving from a state of stagnant energy, where we're feeling as though we can't move, with this Eight of Swords, and some of us wanted to moonwalk out of a situation, and some of us are actually escaping a situation that we need to have left, and now we're making the decision and taking the action to do so, which is to lead by example. We're not going to stay in this situation and take no BS. We've got the Hanged Man here, so talking about our sacrifices, talking about, you know, how much are you giving? Are you giving too much to a situation? Are you depleted? Or are you giving too much energy to this force of the mind, where everything is just going on up there and you are succumbing to that energy? Some sacrifices can be made, you know, time, energy, effort, to get to a stage where you feel comfortable to lead from the front, and you're not watching everybody doing the thing and feeling like, oh, you know, I would have liked to have done stuff, you know, with that Five of Pentacles, feeling isolated, left out. Sometimes that could happen. It's sort of like you've been asked to do something, it's sort of like you've in your head, oh, I don't know, and then maybe somebody else was asked and you're like, oh man, I should have just went for it. Why was I being a shookhead? Because now look, I'm sitting here like, bored, one up. I could have been a part of something really big, and especially if you're watching it blow up as well, because there is the shine here with the new moon in Leo, and we know that's passionate energy, and shine, we're talking about being celebrated, feeling good, feeling confident. So don't do this. Don't allow the thoughts in your mind to stop you from getting what it is that you need. Let's see what's going on with love for Libra. What's going on in the love zone for Libra? Triangle, yeah. This is not totally outside of our remit. Triangle. So it says, evaluate your emotions for a firm decision. So for some of you, you are toying with maybe two or more candidates, and it's sort of like, start narrowing it down now. You are making all the stuff that's going on in your mind mean that you're not being focused. You're just all over the place and being led by you know, that sort of whimsical, it's not even whimsical, like on a whim. So if somebody was to contact you at the right time, it's game on. Whereas, you know, if you were to really evaluate the situation, really, they haven't really got much to offer in the long run. So maybe I just need to kind of like let that go, and choose who you want out of this one. And if it's a thing where you don't really want to choose and you are just all about getting it, you know, making things happen, then do your thing. But definitely look after your heart space and don't allow so much of this energy where you feel like you can't do no better, you're trapped in the situation because you have so much choices. You know, don't end up sitting like this or being fearful that you're going to be sitting alone, being lonely and feeling left out, because that ain't the ticket. There is big things on the horizon, you know. So let's look at that. And it also has compromise. So again, maybe the reason why the decisions haven't been made yet, or why we're not sure what we're going to do, is because we don't know who deserves for us to be compromising. Have you given enough in this situation for me to be, you know, giving into this situation? You know, all kinds of things. So let's see what it says. Compromise is not submission. There you go. Compromise is not submission. So, okay, you may work with somebody and say, look, I'm going to meet you halfway, but it doesn't mean that you're being a punk or a sucker. You know what I mean? It's that it's not submission. You realize that for the greater good, the one that you're choosing, and for those who are not in relationships, those who are choosing themselves, and narrowing down what they want to do and compromising on how much time they spend outside of themselves, instead of more introverted energy, so that you have what you need, so that you feel confident to step up and lead, to say, this is what's going on, this is what I want out of the relationship, this is what I want out of life, this is my path, can you meet it, can you match my energy, essentially. And then we've got expectations. Okay, have realistic expectations. So yeah, you may be with somebody who maybe you want them to lead. Maybe this is what the energy is. Maybe you want them to lead, and it's almost like, why, you know, I'm gonna wait around for this person to pick up the slack. And maybe the expectation's a little bit unrealistic. Maybe they're just not the step up kind of type. Maybe they like the fact that you are the one that does the decisions. Maybe they trust you more. Or vice versa. This could be the other person maybe saying, why don't you make decisions? Why don't you, Libra, why are you always up in your head all the time? Telling me what you're worried about, why you don't want to make this decision, why it always feels like you've got to give up so much or do so much, and then eventually feeling like you're depleted, you haven't got nothing left, there's nobody there to support you in this, so be really mindful. So yeah, look about, choose those who are in this triangle thing, choose those who are in something more settled. Definitely compromise. It's for the greater good. It's not a submission thing. It's not where your needs can't be met. It's about meeting somebody halfway, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. Do you get what I'm saying? So let's see what advice we've got from the animal spirit deck here. What advice have we got for Libras for the first part of April 2022? Still in the first week, so this video isn't too late. So we have watch and wait, Seahorse spirit, watch and wait. So there you go, watch and wait. Yeah, when you see what happens when you take the lead, when you become so intentional, and when you become confident in what you can do. Yeah, watch and see what happens and how much you surprise yourself, Libra. White Raven spirit, trust in the magic. So yeah, trust in the magic. Trust in the fact that these ideas are coming to you for a reason. You are magical. You have something to do. There is great purpose within you. And Sandipper spirit, be playful. Exactly. It doesn't have to be that deep. Stepping up and lead doesn't mean that you have to change the way you are. It's about being assertive. using your God-given talents, your playful nature, to get things done. And that way you feel good and you'll be shining, baby. You'll be shining, baby. Yeah, so let's get a word of encouragement and affirmation for the Libras. Okay, I feel like there's one more. Actually, there's 2 more, or 3 more. I spend time doing the things I love. Oops. I spend time doing the things I love. Yep, that is key. That is key, Libras. So just so that we can stay focused and stay feeling like we want to do the things that we want to do, you know, because sometimes when the momentum goes, it's got to be something that you enjoy doing so that you can get up and keep doing it. You know, it's not one of them ones where you just feel, oh, jarring, it's mundane, you know. I establish boundaries based on love. So again, when you're setting up the compromising, you know, that you are establishing the boundaries based on love, the boundaries in those who are in your triangle business, that you are actually able to set some boundaries that are based on love, that are not based on taking anybody for a ride or making anybody feel less than. I ask for help when I need it. Yes, and that will help. Ask people to help you, you know, prepare for the things that you have to do. When you're talking about leading, ask for help. Go and get, there's resources, there's YouTube videos, there's how-tos. You know, there are so many different things you can ask somebody to listen to this. I'm going to present this, and I'm a bit nervous, you know, and I've got a lead from the front. And maybe I've got to be, you know, a speaker at something, or I've got to be, you know, open and act or something. Whatever it is, ask for help. I am unique and I honor my individuality. Exactly. Nobody does it like you, Libra. Nobody does it like you. So honor yourself. Honor the fact that you are unique. Sometimes it takes you a little time to get yourself going, but once you're done, rev up, rev up, rev up. No one can't stop you. You're gone. You sell off. Everything's crisp. So it's looking good for the first part of April, Libras. So big up yourselves, and we shall speak soon. Take care. Like, share, subscribe, and comment. And for your personal readings, the information is in the description box below. Big up yourselves.